Good evening. Welcome to this edition of the 411 Talk Zone Radio Show. My name is Leon Jones. Today is Friday, September 23rd, 2016. You can tune into the 411 Talk Zone Radio Show every Saturday from 12 noon to 2 p.m. on Blog Talk Radio, and that's Eastern Daylight Time. And tomorrow we're going to be talking about the rent-to-own or the underground community. So it's going to be a good show. Guest call-in number for the show is 215-383-5785. And if you like my videos, please share and subscribe to the 401 Talk Zone Radio Show channel so I can give you quality information for educational purposes from a professional and mature perspective. Also on this channel, because this is our niche here, we do business, news, information, and education. So we don't engage in the controversial issues. We have other channels that present that information very well. So on this channel, I want to enlighten you with information that you didn't know about because I'm presenting it for you. So when you come to my channel, just enjoy the information, keep it positive and respectful. And if you have a business and a topic that you would like for me to discuss on Blog Talk Radio or YouTube, email me at lej6521@gmail.com. Please feel free to comment. Make sure your comments are pithy, no bloviating, if you wish to opine. Now on to this evening's topic. The name of this video is Black Inventors You Didn't Know About. And I wanted to do this because we hear a lot of the controversy of what's going on in our community. But I want to just lighten the load, give you the positive information on some of the achievements that black people have made in the past and today, and they're going to continue to make. The problem is, we don't subscribe to any of this because we're busy wallowing around in the bickering and in the drama and getting emotional and personal. While all that's going on, we're missing the good information about black individuals who have invented devices that we continue to use today. So no, the white man did not invent the devices that I'm talking about. He did not invent any of the devices. He may have improved them, but it all started from an African American. I want everybody to understand that. Now, most of us talk about Madam C.J. Walker and George Washington Carver, but there are also myriad of individuals out there from around the world. But the most challenging is, I just have a list of 10 because I could have gone on and on and on. This video would have gone forever. But I chose these individuals because as a civil engineer myself, a lot of this information is engineering related. And I'm going to start off with the first one. His name is Benjamin Banneker. His biggest invention is the Farmer's Almanac, and he was born in 1731, and he became an astronomer, an author, inventor. He was a mathematician and a surveyor. He invented some of the most effective clocks of his time. He planned out the city of Washington, D.C., and published 6 almanacs that each included political and social commentary, particularly advocating for the rights of slaves and free blacks. Now, when I said he planned out Washington, D.C., he surveyed it. And surveying is a part of civil engineering. Now, here's something that was very recent. Patricia Bath. She was the inventor of the laser surgical device. And she's contemporary inventor and a ophthalmologist from Harlem, New York. She's the first black female doctor to receive a medical patent in 1986. She invented the laser probe, which was revolutionized for the treatment of cataracts. So since she's an ophthalmologist, she does a lot of eye surgery. Charles Drew, his invention was the blood bank. He was born in 1904. As a surgeon, researcher, and inventor, he invented the modern blood banks. Since World War II, his invention has gone on to save thousands of lives. Thomas Elkins invented the modern toilet. Also, let's include the vanity. I'm talking about the mirror, the washstand, and more. And I'm going to say that more included the shower and the bathtub. All of that is known as, some call it the laboratory, the vanity, or the bathroom. That was Thomas Elkins. He invented that. Here's a Nigerian, number 5. Philip Emeagwali. Philip Emeagwali. Emeagwali was born in Nigeria in 1954. Although he came of age during a brutal civil war, he earned many advanced degrees, including a PhD in scientific computing. In 1989, he was recognized as creating the first world's fastest computer. We didn't even have computers in those days, but that's something that nobody knew about. I made sure I read that information thoroughly. And what are we using today? You look at our cell phones. There are many computers, tablets. So all these devices that black people branded the foundation or built the foundation, we are using today. Frederick Jones, no relation to me, not that I know of, but he invented the refrigeration machine. Now, Jones was a self-taught engineer with a number of important inventions. His most notable invention was a refrigeration machine used to transport blood, food, and medicine during World War II. So he invented a refrigeration device that we use today to store our food, and also blood is stored in the refrigerator. Lewis Lattimore, his invention was the light bulb. He was born in 1848 to runaway slaves. He became an inventor and engineer. In addition to his invention as one of the earliest devices called an air conditioner, he also assisted in the development of the world's most important inventions, and that was the light bulb and the telephone. Everybody thinks Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone. He was part of the invention of the original telephone. Alexander Miles, he improved the elevator. By the way, Mr. Miles was the wealthiest colored man in the Northwest. Now we're talking about up around the Seattle, Washington area. And he's the one that created the car that we used to travel up and down floors, particularly in a skyscraper. And we enjoy it today, and that is the elevator. It has Otis's name on it, but it should have Miles on it, because he was the originator of the elevator that we use. Mr. Garrett Morgan, which I know about this gentleman because he invented the traffic light and the gas mask. Now, he was born in Kentucky in 1877. Now, the way the traffic light became invented, he would witness many accidents at busy intersections. And in addition to that, his gas mask became very popular when it was used to aid workers after underground explosions. And last but not least is Mr. Daniel Hale Williams. He was the pioneer of open heart surgery, and he was born in Pennsylvania in 1856. He would go on to be a physician and surgeon, and in 1891, he founded the first integrated hospital, and just 2 years later, he became the first person to successfully complete open heart surgery. So let me talk about this a little more, because I have read some of these individuals that have invented the devices that we use today. In just a moment, I enjoy doing education. I mean, yes, it's probably not the most sexiest avenue to go on YouTube, like doing controversial issues. But I believe that this is very important, because coming up, particularly in public schools and even some of your black institutions, we don't get an opportunity to learn information about black inventors. We've always been under the assumption that it has been the Caucasians who invented everything. When you take a moment and actually read something and comprehend it, you're going to come up with a different way of thinking. Therefore, when you are presented a challenge by someone, they're going to present an argument that they've been indoctrinated with by way of media and liberal colleges. I tend to do a lot of research and reading. And this topic fascinated me because I knew there were black inventors out there, because we had talked about them during my time at Temple University when I was in the School of Engineering. Now, this was only 10 of them that I presented. And when I lived in Baltimore, we talked about Benjamin Banneker. And if you go in every store today, there's the almanac called the Farmer's Almanac. He started that Farmer's Almanac. And if you see a gentleman or lady out there standing behind a tripod with a scope, and then you see a rod person with a prism, that individual is staking out points. That's known as surveying. Benjamin Banneker did that. That's how Washington got laid out. Benjamin Banneker was from the Ellicott City, Maryland area, the home of Washington Corn Mill. Ellicott Mills used to be the name of that town. That's where the first railroad occurred, or was founded too, the B&O Railroad, the Baltimore and Ohio Railroad. So I just wanted to lighten the load of what everybody's hearing on YouTube regarding the controversial issues, because education is very important as well, and I'm trying to give it to you from a different perspective, because, again, we're used to hearing about civil rights and slavery every day, but we don't hear about the achievements of black people, particularly black men. So I'm going to start bringing that to the forefront as well, so you'll have an idea that we have as black people, regardless of what's going on, made achievements by providing resources that everyone can use. And that's my commentary for this edition of the 401 Talk Zone radio show. Till next time, my name is Leon Jones. Remember to please be gentle and respectful to each other. Have a wonderful and blessed evening. Good night.